What's up, golfers? Welcome back to New Night in Golf. We're here again with Jeremy Maher, who's the head teaching professional of modern golf, and today we're working on getting more distance out of our driver. All of us want to hit it further, and Jeremy's giving us 3 drills to help you hit it past all of your golfing buddies. Let's get into it. So Jeremy, what are some things that you're doing and we can teach the audience to start hitting it further off the tee?
We want to be hitting more up on the ball. We want to activate that lower body because our feet are the only thing that are attached to the ground on the golf swing. And we want to create that larger arc or circle on our takeaway.
All right, Jeremy, that's going to lead us right into our drill. So what's the first drill that we're working on?
Simple, easy drill that anyone can do at home, just the takeaway drill.
All right, let's get into the takeaway drill.
For this drill, we don't need a golf ball. All we need is enough space that we can swing a driver. And what we're trying to do is create that large circle or takeaway. A lot of players, when they're starting out or even currently, pick that club up and break that left arm for a right-handed golfer. We want to extend it out to create that large circle, almost like you're swinging around a hula hoop and finishing high through that target.
So the circle you're talking about is actually our club path or our plane, as if there's a hula hoop around us. That's the circle, so we're creating a bigger circle with this takeaway.
Perfect.
Okay, so how are we doing this drill?
So a simple thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our driver, make sure we have enough space if we're indoors or on the range. We're going to put our club down on the ground, our left hand on top, and what we're going to do is put our right arm below. And what we're doing is taking it back and then extending, pulling with that right arm on our forearm of our left arm. You'll see that my shoulder turn is increased. Then I can just take my proper grip and you'll feel that feeling of a stretching of our shoulder, creating that larger circle or takeaway.
Really cool. Okay, I'll give it a try. So if you guys trying it at home, just the left hand on if you're a right-handed golfer. Right hand comes off, take it back, and I'm pulling my right. Oh, that's a big stretch.
Correct.
Okay.
And then when you get comfortable, you take it away and then you can put your right hand on the grip and you'll feel that shoulder turn or stretch right here.
That's a big stretch, especially for the first drill of the day. I quite like this drill. So again, why do I need a bigger arc to hit it further?
Bigger circle generates more club head speed, more power.
We're almost creating muscle memory because now as I go to take my normal swing, I'm thinking of my shoulder muscle that was kind of getting activated in this drill.
You feel that stretch.
Really cool. Okay, Jeremy, you've taught us the takeaway drill, and I really feel that big stretch coming through my left shoulder. That leads us to drill number 2. What's our second drill?
It's going to be the tennis ball drill. All you need is a 50-cent tennis ball, and what we're going to do is cut it in half, which is going to lead us into a great simple drill that's going to help us activate our lower body.
Okay, teach me.
So what we're going to do is take the tennis ball that's been cut in half, and we're going to place it on the ground roughly where our stance is. So if Brandon was to stand on the tennis balls, Brandon's going to take his normal stance and stand on the tennis balls, and you want to have the tennis balls positioned pretty much right where he's got it right now in the middle of our feet. So what we're trying to focus on is pressure on both, and when he takes the club back, he's going to shift that weight to that back foot, and he'll feel the pressure more on that foot as opposed to that front foot.
And I felt that right away. As soon as I took the club back, I could feel a lot more pressure coming into this right foot.
You're pushing down on that tennis ball, so you're feeling that activation with that proper weight transfer.
And that's what we want, right? Like we would know if you're too forward on your front foot, if you're leaning, you'll feel it.
Correct. And if you were leaning too far back, that foot would come off that tennis ball. It's an easy and inexpensive little drill that anyone can use and practice with. So our lower body is the only thing that's attached to the ground in the golf swing. So we want to activate our lower body, that feet, with that takeaway. If we were using just that upper body and not activating our feet, we're not going to get any distance. If you look at all the top players or long drive hitters, they're activating those feet through impact. So they're transferring that weight onto that back foot slightly, but not sliding. And when we generate that power, we activate our feet are coming off the ground and creating a lot more hip turn through impact.
Could you hit a ball like this?
Yeah, we'll get a ball and tee and have you hit a few.
Let's try one.
So Brandon's going to hit a few balls right now, but what I recommend is just trying to swing it at about 50% just to get the feel. And when you're more comfortable, you remove those tennis balls and you'll feel the activation of our lower body.
Low bullet.
So do you feel it on your feet?
Well, I feel it right away. Like, and haven't become very conscious of my weight transfer, but it's instant feedback. These tennis balls that we bought are from the dollar store. Like, they're very inexpensive.
It takes you 5 seconds to just cut them in half and then feel what we're trying to produce.
Little heel shank.
So when we're practicing this drill, don't worry about the distance or our face angle. We're just trying to get the feel of activating that proper weight transfer on the swing. Very good.
Something to be mindful of if you're doing the tennis ball drill, some of you may want to lean forward into that ball just to feel the weight transfer, and that's not what we're trying to accomplish here. When you transfer your weight, think of, they call it posting your left leg, meaning your knee goes from bent to straight, and you're turning your hips through the ball.
And correct. And what you want to feel is, I always try and find as a signal for myself, is I'm stretching out that front hip after impact. Feel a nice little stretch, makes that we've transferred that weight properly onto that front foot.
So if you find yourself falling onto the left ball, just think of straightening your left leg through impact, which will help open your hips.
Correct.
If any of you guys are new to the channel, make sure you smash subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can see our future videos to help make you a better golfer. All right, Jared, so we've worked on the takeaway drill and the tennis ball drill. What's the third drill that we're gonna work on?
Simple, everyone's got one, head cover drill. This is gonna help us hit more up on the ball, which is gonna help reduce spin and hit the ball farther.
Okay.
All we need to do is take our head cover or an extra head cover that we have, place it, say, to start 12 inches in front of the ball. And what we're trying to do is avoid hitting that head cover on our follow through. When players take it back, they have a tendency to hit down and then be hitting that head cover, creating a negative attack angle, which hits the ball up higher, spinning more, and reducing distance. What Brandon's going to try and do is hit up and not hit that head cover.
This is another really good instant feedback drill that you'll know if you're doing it wrong right at impact. So I'm gonna try to purposely hit way up on the ball.
Look at your attack angle.
Okay, so maybe if I was to hit down, let's see what the instant feedback would be on this. So it didn't quite make square contact with the head cover, but it definitely went down and my results were subpar. So far, I really like this drill because, yeah, the guys that I played that hit it with the furthest are definitely hitting up on the ball.
And when you get a little bit more comfortable, I've seen players that have had the head cover that close to the ball and not even make contact with it.
Let's try it.
Like that.
There's definitely some analytical people that watch the channel. So what's like an ideal attack angle for hitting longer drives?
Anything in the positive right now. Like, the key is that spin rate. When we're doing a fit for beginners to advanced, you want to get your launch angle between 10 and 15 degrees, and a spin rate between 2,000 and 3,000 RPMs is what we're looking for. So a positive attack angle, Brandon right now is 7.9. I've had some that are 1.9 all the way up to 12. So the key is just not hitting it down, more up on the ball. One more thing to hit more up on the golf ball is we take our driver, and all we're gonna do is take our normal position, and we're just gonna slightly tilt that shaft upwards. We're just having a slight shoulder tilt to help increase that upward swing.
There's obviously a lot of science that goes into picking the right driver, which is why all of you guys watching should go for a club fitting at somewhere like Modern Golf, have a professional fitter like Jeremy help you out, and he'll put the right club in your hands. So we told you guys we're only doing 3 drills, but we actually have one more bonus drill, and this is for all of you aspiring long drive hitters, or if you get to that golf tournament, it's the long drive hole, this is something that you can try. So this is the foot stomp drill. Jeremy, tell me about it.
So what Brandon's gonna do is take his normal setup, and what you really wanna do is make sure that we're activating our lower body and that upper body, like a little waggle. And what he's gonna do is transfer that weight all the way to that back foot and lifting that front foot almost off the ground and then swinging down through the ball.
This is something that you'll see Kyle Berkshire, world long drive hitter. Bryson DeChambeau does it. And it's something that I've played around with on the course, and I definitely get my biggest hits when I use the foot stomp.
That was
Little pushy.
still 360 for a push.
So since we've been in the bay, I haven't got my club head speed over about 118. That was my first swing with the foot stomp, and I'm already at 120 mile an hour club head speed. This is a drill that will take some time to execute because it kind of plays around with your timing, right?
Learn that tempo, but the number one thing is keeping that body activated because then you can generate more club head speed. Do a nice little waggle.
So what the foot stomp drill is doing, it's really tying in those 3 drills that we started with. As I lift my left heel, I get a way bigger rotation, which was that first takeaway drill that we learned. My feet are activated like crazy. As the tennis ball drill taught us, I'm putting all of my weight into my back foot. And as I stomp my left heel down, I'm putting all of that weight and momentum into my left foot to post up, and I'm hitting up on the ball.
Correct.
All right, guys, hopefully those drills help you hit it way past all your buddies. Thanks for Jeremy for sharing his pro knowledge, and maybe you'll win a long drive in your future. Thanks again for watching the channel. We'll check in with you next time.